How do you feel with the NIL and transfer portal? Because it's funny, you've gone the reverse of some of your contemporaries, where like Coach K is retired, Tony Bennett, like you mentioned, Boeheim, Roy Williams. A lot of these guys feel like they've gotten out because of the transfer portal and NIL and having to play a different game. You've kind of almost run into the fire and been like, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the challenge.
I like it because I spent 10 years in the pros, and to me, it's almost a carbon copy of the EuroLeague. The EuroLeague, if you sign a player for 2 years, that's a long time. So it's really a one-year contract. You're getting different players every year, and that's the way it's with us. Now, fortunately for us, we haven't lost our freshmen yet. Our freshmen have come back. So this year we're losing. We're not even looking at a high school basketball player. We're losing Aaron Scott, Kadari Richmond, and Davon Smith. So we're looking for 3 transfer guys, and I like it. I don't get involved in the financial negotiations of any of that. But if we need more money, I'll call our guy Mike Rapoli and say we need more money.
Yes, he's ready to go. Wait, so you're not even looking at any college or high school
No,
kids?
not this year.
So if a 5-star high school kid calls you up and is like, hey, I know you're not looking for, but I want to come to St. John's.
I probably wouldn't take him because I don't think you can win and win big with high school kids.
Huh.
I really don't believe.
It sounds like there's one high school kid that's really good that you're right now just saying, we don't even want you. Play hard to get.
This is smart.
You're playing hard
Good
to get
recruiting.
I wish it was true. No.
Good recruiting. Yeah, that's
Prove me
really
wrong,
smart.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, so
that's the kind of guy that you would want, right?
Yeah.
A guy
Yes.
that kept knocking on your door.
No question.
Nothing changes if nothing changes. So that's an interesting point that you just made, though. Do you think that your time in Greece has made you a better, have a leg up in the NIL and transfer world in college basketball?
So we all make mistakes. As we talked, you make mistakes in the pros with who you draft. You know, I tried to convince the years I begged the New York Knicks to take Donovan Mitchell, I think at 6 and not at 12. I said, look, this guy's better than you think he is. And they took Frank Nikita or something that from France, I think it was. So you got to really study these guys. First of all, is it just about money? Is that why they're staying in college? Or are they really into winning? Are they going to be part of that I hate to lose attitude? So you got to really study them. You got to talk to their trainers. You got to talk to the assistant coaches that may have moved on. You got to really do your homework and your research on this. And we really do our homework on all of this.
Yeah, because it does feel like there are teams, it's kind of like free agency in sports where they've won the offseason and they've got, this transfer and this transfer, and the parts just don't fit together.
And you're in the G League, and you're making $75,000 to $100,000, or you can go to college and make $600,000 or $400,000.
Yeah.
So you're going to stay in college, but are you getting them for the right reasons? Okay, the money's great. And most of these guys, what I can appreciate, they help out their families. They're not spending it on themselves. They're really helping out their families. They're getting their families into better situations. So I'm great with that. But I want to make sure we're getting guys that just have that desire where they really, really inside hate to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just probably also just think about basketball all the time. What's an appropriate amount of time for like one of your star players to spend actually working on basketball during the course of a week?
Here's the greatest hypocrisy of it all. I mean, here the guys are making, I hear stories, I don't believe all of them. They're making anywhere from $1.5 million to $100,000. Now you're going to tell them they can only work 20 hours a week?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's hip. The NCAA, I've always said this about them. They are never proactive. They're always reactive. Remember the young man from Connecticut, I forgot his name, that he said he was starving at night, the 6-foot backcourt player. I forgot his name, but he said he was starving at night and he didn't have any money for food. And now they started a refueling station where now you can have a place 24 hours a day to have food. So they reacted to his statement.
Right.
And they're always reacting. They're never proactive. The fact that we have a 20-hour rule right now is absurd. Now, we don't spend 20 hours now, this part of the season, because we don't want to get injured.
Right.
But in the summertime, they give you 5 hours a week.
That's crazy.
Yeah, 8 hours with strength. I think it's 4 hours, actually. 4 hours of basketball, 4 hours of strength training. That's absurd.
Yeah.
Guys are there for the summer to work out, get better, improve it. It's the opposite of the Mamba mentality. I mean, Kobe Bryant, who believes in that, taking it to a new level, and that's that Mamba mentality. And I'm a firm believer in everything Kobe Bryant stood for with that.
Yeah.